Okay, I hope I'm live. Because YouTube is not currently showing me. Okay, regardless. Today will be a bit of a not a gaming stream. I mean, I will play a game, but I don't feel like doing much complex gaming today. Just something simple for now. Oh, nice. It's live. Mainly because I just need to chill out for a bit. Just sit and stretch a bit. In the meantime, I will try to read some stuff, even though I've pretty much, I'm pretty sure I've already read these entries. Let's see if I can read them while gaming. Yeah. No, never. I see colors all around me, yet all I see is gray. I physically see the colors. I know it's all in my head, but they just don't register. Since that day, everything has turned muted. Nothing looks the same anymore. Nothing feels the same. I'm losing over here. Like wanting to drink a hot cup of coffee, but it's cold. It's still coffee, but it's not the same. Like a pina colada, but without the alcohol. It still tastes good, but it's not the same. Like going to the beach on a rainy day, you still get wet, but not like you wanted to. I see colors, but nothing looks right. Everything looks grey. Everything feels grey. The worst part is, I know it's all just in my head. I hope the sound of the game doesn't overshadow what I'm saying. Oh. You know, water comes in many... this is the next story, by the way. You know, water comes in many colors. Because it doesn't have any color by itself. It's perfectly see-through. Any color you see is what's inside the water or reflected on top. Not the water itself. Because of that, I've seen water come in many different colors throughout my adventures. Oh. Because of that, I've seen water come in many different colors throughout my adventures, from dirt and algae filled brown and green in the swamps, to weirdly pink lakes coming from the microorganisms within. Violet lacks the same property. Second place, that's not good. It likes the same property, more in the direction of cocktails. Sometimes a pranker by taking a normal glass of water and adding some food coloring and a bit of egg foam on top. Okay, why is Kumba so far ahead? There's not. It's not good. There was I sometimes prank her by taking normal glass of water and adding some food coloring and a bit of egg foam on top. She always looks disgusted at me after she tries it. Anyway, despite all that, my color of the choice has to be blue. Nothing beats looking out over the deep blue ocean and blue sky. It's just calming to the eye. Okay, this ritual will help me down the line. How can I feel like using it? But I don't need to be first right now, so... Okay, next story. We're still talking about colors. Wait. The one color that intrigues me more than most is brown. Why do I find it interesting? Why do I find it interesting? It's because it's one of the few colors that most don't know what it truly is. What truly is an orange? Completely messed up my research part. More accurately, dark orange if we talk primarily about what we conveniently call brown, of course. Green, certain browns. Oh hey Axel, I haven't seen you in like 20 years. Just to say, come on, that means you will leave soon too. I'm just playing some Mario Kart while reading about colors. I can share the notes with you if you'd like. Because I've been gone for so long, my bad, and unfortunately not a good time today after. No, that's fine. I've been wondering, where have you been anyway? Because I've also not seen you in a subby stream lately. Also, I'm currently losing. I'm supposed to be first place, but I'm third. I wasn't actually. I was planning to play Yoshi's Storybook today, but then I was like, actually, I don't feel like playing a game today. I just want to chill a bit, playing some Mario Kart. That's why I'm now just playing a bit of offline Mario Kart. Oh yeah, but Sobby streamed once and I traveled and he is mainly streaming on Twitch. Yeah, I think Sobby will stream later today, probably when you are already sleeping. Yeah, yeah, Sobby streams very late lately, at like around 4 o'clock for me, which is painful because that's around the time I plan to go to bed. Oh, by the way, do you like Color Fury? Do you like colors? Because I have a lot of notes regarding colors I've written. Can show it a bit. Yeah, it's like 5 when he's... Ouch. Ouch. Okay, let me quickly read the one I like the most. These notes, by the way, I've written myself. So a lot of them are a bit crazy, like I am, but I like this one the most. Red, green, blue, the colors of the eye. We were made in the image of the gods. Yet they curse us with the limitation of a limited palette. Red, green, and blue, the colors of the light. The colors you see and perceive. Our world determined by what we can see and what we cannot. It was by design, a beautiful illusion created by the gods, to keep a line between us and the divine. I can only hypothesize Poseidon just really likes Mantis Ring. At least we got a better deal than not lie. Red, green, red, green and blue creates white, the color of the heavens. What Zeus wants us to see and desire. Cyan, magenta, yellow, the colors to create darkness. Filtering the divine light through, cyan, magenta and yellow creates black, the color of the universe, the color of the primordial chaos. At the center of every galaxy, a black hole resides, as it is the natural state of the world to float around the primordial chaos. Interestingly, or should I say unfortunately, with these set of 3 colors you can make the other sets with red, green and blue. You can make cyan, magenta and yellow. It proves how much the gods may try, they cannot escape the primordial chaos. Neither can I escape the gods' will. The only color I truly love is magenta, because it is the one color the gods had no play in, as it is the only color not present in the wavelength of light, existing outside the defined blueprint for light and color. Its beautiful illusion made by the mind, proving that we are more than what our deities want us to be. This is for my character Lily, right here. She's more of a... what's the word for it? Crazy person. but mildly intellectual, crazy person. That's why she talks in very scientific terms, while also dissing the Greek pantheon. You're swinging the fan part of the adventure cause it is sick. It is now. It's just very hot today. Because I have my computer on and that creates a lot of heat. Well, I'll go play the next race, which I will read the next story. By the way, are you in 2AVTLA? What is 2AVTLA? I don't know what it is. Can you elaborate? Let's see which story. I have a lot of. Look. I have a lot of notes for my game project, as you can see. So I can just pick any of these stories to read right now. Because I swear, either you, James or Airbow, is into or it has watched it. No, I'm at least not me. Because after the last Airbender. Oh, you mean into? You mean if I like the series? Yes, I love the series. But I am not present in the series. I watched Avatar when I was a child, so I've seen the entire thing back then. But not just me, also Airbow and I think Amy. I think Amy also likes Avatar. Okay, I still haven't chosen a story to read. You know what? Let's go with the Rom story. Okay, this written by or set by a pirate girl. Rum. It's basically the alcohol distilled thing. The new one is fired from my part. The new one? I'm not sure what you mean by. You mean the new Avatar? Oh, you mean the movie, right? There was a new movie coming out. I haven't seen that movie yet, so I cannot say. And I can say one thing though, it's very hard trying to read while also playing a game. Rum, it's basically alcohol distilled out of fermented sugarcane, removing it from sugarcane's water and impurities, leaving you with a clear liquor. This clear white rum has a milder flavor, making it a great base for various cocktails. I'm sure Violet has a couple hidden bottles under her counter. For a richer flavor, rum gets thrown into barrels for long periods, leaving you with a darker, colder, amber color. This is my preferred way to drink fermented sugarcane alcohol, especially when added with some spices to enhance its flavor experience. Aged rum is just rum, but aged even longer, until it has a deep, dark coloring. But don't confuse the dark color of rum with its age. Though, the additional ingredients thrown in, like caramel, also affects its appearance. So just because rum has a dark color doesn't mean it's aged rum. I sometimes like my rum spiced. It's not the same as dark rum. However, I refuse to buy spiced rum. It's better to just take the rum you like and add spices you like. Instead of hoping some company knows exactly what your taste was like. I like to add some cinnamon cloves. Okay, what did you sing? I gotta go right now. It's like, yeah, see you later, Axel. Okay, in the meantime, I'll go back up. It'll probably be a very short stream. I'll probably end it in like half an hour. And I'm starting to kind of heat up. Because I'm wearing this shirt. Because I showered not too long ago. In the meantime, I'll read the next. I always carry silver bullets with me. It's shiny and beautiful. Beautifully reflects the world around us. Back at my castle, some people barge in, intending to kill me. I would love to complain at their unworldly behavior. However, I have gotten accustomed to it. You cannot teach a monkey to read, neither can you teach a commoner to knock the door. Putting such aside, they often use the most unconventional ways trying to kill me. Garlic, showers, poison, praying to the sun god, Apollo, to shine his divine light on me, so on and so on. The funniest one might be the time someone made me eat garlic bread. I pretended I was suffering so he would feed me more. Even if it could have killed me, I still would have eaten it. One that always intrigued me the most is the use of silver bullets. Why do peasants think silver is some sort of magical element? For me, silver is practically worthless. I have entire cutlery sets made out of pure silver or gold. If silver was my weakness, I wouldn't eat my yawn with a silver spoon. If it would be, if it would be the death of me. My assumption is that silver is just seen as a luxury by the common folk, so it must be magical of some sort. That's why I like to keep a silver bullet in my pockets. That was the end of that real story. I should kind of want to expand on it because I was kind of getting interested by it. Okay, I'm third. Baby Daisy is so far ahead. I think I'm in the wrong turn. Or that's terrible placement. Oh well. Let's go with the next story. By Emmer. I like green, I think. Some places green is seen as just blue. The stoplights here are green, but there they are blue. Blue confused me deeply. People told me bananas are yellow, but I've seen them in red and orange and even pink, but also blue. Blue sometimes feels like a fake. The blue on the butterflies isn't real. No raspberry is blue. Blue waffles aren't waffles. And the blue eye hurts. Why are we surrounded by blue sky and blue ocean? We live in a blue world and everything is blue. I want our boss to like me and he likes blue. So I like blue too. I really like to read this stuff in the most poetic way. Okay, let's see. Let's go with Luigi this time. Okay, we'll continue with drinks. Oh, when I'm streaming next, I completely missed I cannot say because he already left. Okay, next story. The only thing that keeps me up is a hot cup of coffee. Not the sugary stuff you sell all the time, just the pure black. For all the work I'm tasked with With all the work I'm tasked to do, there's no way I could stay awake. Not only do I have to work on K, the Muppet knows how to push my buttons better than anyone else. I also am tasked to take care of stuff that wasn't on my contracts. Like looking after annoying toddlers. And I'm not only talking about high school. The adults here are even worse. I've told Marcus to stop enabling icicle and takes a million times. And now their old captain seems to run on only a handful of brain cells. The other day he tried to eat soup with his damn fork. Who does that? And don't get me started on fights. Ugh. I need another cup. Okay, Violet. As a bartender, you'd think my favorite drink is a good cocktail or a whiskey. But no. I always like to start my mornings. Oh. I always like to start my mornings with a hot cup of coffee. No, not coffee, tea. Misread it. With a hot cup of tea. Well, not mornings. Not mornings since I wake up in the afternoons. Since I wake up in the afternoons, my mornings is serving booze to Thai patrons. And well, I may say I drink tea. Oh hey, Dorrington. Welcome back, schatje. Schatje, wil je stream until the sun rises? No. I was actually not planning to stream today. I had planned to... did you miss... Yes. I was alone. I'm always lonely without you. I was actually planning to play that one new Yoshi game. You know, Yoshi's magical book or something, mystery book. Forgot the name. But when I stood under the shower just an hour ago, I was like, nah. I'd rather play some Mario Kart for today. While reading about my notes. I'm interested to watch that, but all hate it. The Yoshi stream? Oh. Why would you hate that? I watched Switch because I wanted to play Yoshi's Crafted World. Crafted World sucks. Play Woolly World, that one is better. Woolly World is actually great. And after I played Crafted World, I was like, ah. oh, the next Yoshi game won't be like this one. And when the next came out last month or so, I heard a lot of good reviews about it and was like, alright, if people say the new Yoshi game is good, I may give it a shot. Yoshi's Crafted World was dumb toddler. Yes, it was. It was not fun at all, it was so boring. I don't usually not finish Nintendo games, but Crafted World is one of those games I couldn't finish. Not because it's hard, but because it's hard to go through. I don't trust reviews. Fair enough. I'm actually planning to do a bit more reading the coming few months for myself, I mean. So I bought some books to read. But I'm not over here being like, oh, let me read some Lord of the Rings. You know what book I bought? I've 97 streams perfect games now. Are you proud of me? If you add 3 more games, I will be proud of you. I'm reaching 100 soon. And I'm second place somehow. I've never read Lord of the Rings, me neither. Anyway, what I want to say is, instead of making the books I'm going to read be something conventional fiction, I bought a history cookbook. A book about ancient foods and how to prepare them, and I'm going to read that as my reading stuff. I'm the most useless. And sometimes the most useless in the most dumbest way possible. But that's what I like. Y'all cook with rock and stones. Yes. But that's what I like. I just like education more than fantasy. And what's more fun than being educated about food? Learn about how people back in minus 3008 One of the novels I really want to read is Musashi. That sounds Japanese. Was about I need to get fat. You already... I'm not going to finish that sentence. Why do you want to be fat? That's the real question. But you know, as I was reading that history cookbook, there's one thing that stood out to me, and that is apparently olives, the original olive tree was created by Athena, the goddess of I don't know what the goddess she is. She created the olive tree, and in doing so, she created the city of Athens. And because it's so hard to get is it though? Because I think if you just eat enough cakes every day, you get fat soon. Athena, Greek god? Yes. The Greek goddess. I'm currently at the chapter about the Roman era. So we'll be reading about some Roman stuff. I can actually show you which book I've been reading. I'm actually reading this book, and I'm currently at like barely 120th, 110, page 42, about Pulse. Don't know what it is because I haven't read. But you know, one that I think will be interesting to try out for myself are these things. If you can see it on the screen, these look like meatballs, but they are essentially cheesecakes. Mini cheesecakes. They're called was it Globy or Golby? I think it was Globies. Meatball pyramids? No cheesecakes. I'm not fond of reading books, to be honest, which is why I just watch movies. Same. I'm also not much of a reader, which is why I decided my first book is a cooking book. But the main reason looks like croquembois, you know, what is croquembois? Oh, yeah, it does indeed kind of look like it. Okay, what did I want to say? Something about meatballs. Oh yeah, something about reading. Parlez-vous français? No. I don't speak French. I only speak it a little bit in terms of... In Dutch you have some words that come straight from French. That's the best French I know. Are you glad that I just abandoned a French streamer for you? Yes. Because screw the French. They can keep their croissants. We all have our... I don't know... globies. What? And here I thought you were banned by them. Wait, no, which streamer were you banned again from? You wanna know something funny? Yes. You weren't banned, right? Okay. Another book I've bought for reading purposes is a botanical book about Lego sets. Two Dutch guys just got cancelled in Indonesia. Okay, what did they do? What did they get cancelled for? Okay, anyway, so I was saying I bought this book about flowers. But for some reason I thought, let's buy a book about Lego flowers. Look for Entourage Bali in the news. Alright. Entourage Bali. Bali bans Dutch expats whose run club allegedly Bali bans Dutch expats whose run club allegedly excluded Indonesians. Is that the story you want me to read? Indonesia's immigration authorities have banned two Dutch nationals for organizing an illegal running event that had also allegedly discriminated against local... racism, I see. Basically, they hosted events for digital nomads in Bali. A bunch of Indonesians weren't allowed to join. That is colonialism in a nutshell. Yeah, fair enough. I understand why they were banned. You go to a different country to live there. Why would you ignore the locals? Why would you ban? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It's just colonialism. It could be a misunderstanding, but I'll just laugh it off. Well, it's hard to see the misunderstanding in it, but I don't know how the story continues. Let me know if there's some more updates to the story down the line. But in the meantime, as I was saying, for some reason I thought the best way to learn about flowers is buying a book about plastic flowers. I'm so stupid sometimes. But that's the hard part, because I don't know where to start when it comes to reading. I don't think there are more updates to the story, they just fled the country. Oh. That's a shame. But also good for the locals. Because you don't want people like those around. They showed their side of the story, saying there are 25% Indonesians in the events. Okay. So there's more to the story. Okay, let's see. And the bots also declined Indonesian numbers. Oh. So you had to sign up for the event and their system declined Indonesians. So their side of the story is because of technical issues. That is... How do technical issues work like that though? Why would the bot decline Indonesians? That's the question here. Okay, which character shall I do right now? Let's go with the bat. But it could be just made up, so I don't care. Fair enough. I'm also planning to buy, like sometime in the future, to buy the Shakespeare's, William Shakespeare's, an entire book about his stories, so I can learn some old English. Because what's a better way to learn about old English than reading something about someone that actually spoke like that back in the day? Those shall be Hamlet. Yes, indeed. I shall. I read a little bit, I read one paragraph, and the vocabulary was so intriguing. Because it read like a stage play, in the way it was formatted. And in the way they use very fancy words so casually. Something you would only hear in a place but not in spoken by real people. That makes so much entertaining to read. Especially if you actually know the words, because if you don't know the words, it's like, huh? Huh? Did you just mention Israel or did... No, I never did that. Why would... Why would I do that? I was talking about William Shakespeare's. Oh, you were trolling me, I see. Well, it's 6 in the morning. In other words, you either just woke up or you're going to bed. Is that right? Because for me it's currently 1 in the morning. So I still have hours left for me to decide if I want to sleep. I think I work later. Okay. And my cats eat in 7. Nice. You have 1 hour to feed your cats, man. And make sure... No wait, no, don't make sure of that. I want to say that you should make sure you eat too, but I already know that you are going to eat in the afternoon, I think. Because the other day you said you only eat once a day. And that one time you'd eat will be the greatest meal of your entire day. Because it's your only meal. Yeah, I just need more. You too, man, you too. But I don't have room for cats in my house. But sometimes my sister brings her cat along and leaves gray hairs all over the place. You already have 4 cats? Come on, man. Go for 5. For that nice... I prefer your sister. Can I subscribe to... I don't think she has a good channel, so... No. No, you cannot. You have to deal with more. Because if you talk to my sister, all you'll hear is about work and her kitten. But if you're with me, we will be talking about ancient Roman cheesecake. What sounds more fun to you? Okay, I used to have the record of 8 cats. I'm gonna call her do it, call her Schatje. Oh wait, you're talking about my sister. No, don't do that. Please. But if you get a new cat, name her Schatje. Or him. Whoa. This bitch. By the way, have you seen that one movie by Ghibli? Kiki's Delivery Service. I'm also planning to get the original book version of that, because I heard it's very different from the movie. And it makes me curious to see in what way. I don't think all getting more cats I'm poor. No, I don't think I've watched Kiki. You're not getting more cats because you're broke. There's only one thing you can do, my man. And that is stop eating for the rest of your life so your cats can eat instead. And if that doesn't work, steal your friend's money because your cat is more important than your friend's well-being. I'll make a cat circus. Okay, what kind of cats do you have anyway? Of the 4 kids, or more importantly, of all of your cats you hatch, what kinds of cats were they? Were they the same kind? Or did you get multiple different? Okay, please send me money. Listen, here's the thing. You live like on the other side of the world, and I live here in the Netherlands. We use euros, you use I don't know what kind of currency you use, so if I send you money right now, you cannot even use it, man. I'm sorry, you cannot. That's from the street. That sounds like a rap band. Gets from the street. But that doesn't help. That doesn't really answer my question that much. I use Hyrule rupees. Just kidding. It's rupees. Hyrule rupees. Okay, I don't have any rupees, but I do have $1 bill, one American dollar bill. If you need that, if that works for you. No, seriously, for some reason I've won a singular American dollar. And I don't even know where I got it from. Why would you hold that filthy currency? I don't know, someone cursed me with it. It's an unholy object that's in my wallet for some reason. I've never even been to the US. And I think I also own, oh yeah, British currency. I own some pounds. Because I've been to Britain a couple of times. Some pounds and pennies. So I just kind of have them as a bit of a souvenir. Speaking of souvenirs, I really want to buy some €0 bills sometime. If you've never heard of €0 bills, they're like the most advertising. Why would you hold the feel of the currency? You're advertising for what? Okay, Waro. YouTube censored it. Oh. Yeah, then I don't know what you're advertising about. As I was saying, here in Europe we have euros. But in terms of the paper money, the bills, they come the lowest at €5. But some countries have the special legendary €0 that's worth exactly nothing. Oh, I really want to have a €0 bill sometime. That would be the most hilarious piece to have. I was saying check boring, you can see my guest. Check your channel, I think. Okay, I will check your channel after this race for bitch. Anyway, the reason why €0 bills exist is what's the word? Souvenir, yes, souvenir. It's basically just a bit souvenir money you can buy to be like, hey, look at this funny bill I bought in France. It's got the Eiffel Tower drawn on it. Oui, monsieur. That's why my message got cancelled. I like getting cancelled. It's because you speak French. Nobody likes the French, man. Stop talking in a croissant. You get banned by YouTube. My favorite quirk about the French language is how they don't say letters that at the end, like croissant ends with a T, but they don't say it, they say croissant. Okay, that's why my Mexicans I like getting I like French, but yes, they can be dialectically weird. Okay, you want me to check your channel? If YouTube allows me to go to channel. Pouring Poor. Oh, I never knew your name was Poor. Because at my screen it says Pouring Master. Okay, videos. Okay, 15 years ago you uploaded a video about Otis Owl. Okay, see, oh, shorts, okay. Ah, there we go. That's a very cute little cat. What's its name? Pink-nosed baby. Is that the name, Pink-nosed baby? I want to comment, but YouTube doesn't allow me to. Hang on. Okay, what is that black, we come together as one, celebrate, boink boink. What is that black pudding? That was the jelly I told you about. Ah, right. That one from the... Oh, got the name. Ah, I looked it up the other day and I forgot the name, damn it. Oh, you're like such a dad the way you pet your cat. Okay, yeah, those are some cute kittens. And this one is orange from the back. If the video will load. The start of my July morning with Peach. Even in your titles you use your signature case. You can appreciate someone that's consistent. Here, I commented on your video. But yeah, those are some... I've seen 2 cats. You said you had 4 though. In oh right, Nutri-Gel, that was it. See, pouring never lies. I ate that to get... But did you get that? That's the question here. But you said you had 4 cats. I've only seen 2 so far. What? There are 4 cats in the yellow arrow. Really? Did I miss? Oh, right. Ah, yeah, I didn't... I focused too much on the jelly that I missed the cats in that video. Ah, yeah, those are some nice cats, man. You think I'm lying? Yes. 20% of the time you do. Because I still haven't forgotten about that Israel thingy. So yes, I do think you're lying sometimes. Let's go with power to this time. Okay, no, I don't want to do race. I will do knockout tour. I'll just kiss the wall in Israel and get cancelled. Bro, I don't even know what's going on in Israel. And I'm not going to say more about that because I'm not going to make any stances on where I think. You know what I want to something looking forward to is still that one Choho game, but I still haven't heard more from it. It came out in was it October. It's like the only game this year that I'm actually looking out for. And when it does, I will be streaming it and completely sucking at it. Because those are bullet hells. They're just difficult, man. Oh, I've been watching what is called. Please add death count. Okay, I'll add a death counter quickly. Image. I think death counter. Okay, I don't know how many times I've died so far, but we'll start with 3. We'll start with I have died 3 times in this game so far. But that leaves the question, what does count as a death in this game? Me losing a race if I'm not first place? Dude, that's... Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That's what you meant, right? That it wasn't big enough. Well, to the game, you said it's a bullet hell. Yeah, that's a good idea for the game. Toho project. Hang on, I'll make the counter a bit smaller. Place it right there. Toho project. In case you don't know him, that's just a bullet hell. Very famous one. Because it's got a bunch of anime waifus. Oh, how cute. How sexy. But it's one of the famous bullet hell from the early 2000s. Back in the times when computers were a bit more primitive. But because of that, it's so hard to find a good version of the older games. or you need to have some technical know-how on how to download old OS games. And frankly, I cannot be bothered with learning all that just for like a 20-minute game, I think. So I've been waiting for a Steam release since. But you know, when they finally said, hey, we're going to port it to the Nintendo Switch later this year, I was like, yes, please. I've been waiting for fucking years. What's the game called? This game is called Mario Kart World. No, it's called a Toho Project. It's got the hang on, let me quickly look it up. Toho, I can actually show you some Toho Project Switch. Ah, here's it. Here's the full title. Toho Komakyo New Classic. The embodiment of Scarlet Devil. It's a bit of a long name. But yeah, you probably know about the game. And it's the one game I'm looking forward to the most this year, because all the games I've seen, well, looking fun, they don't excite me that much. I know the game, never played it, me neither, that's why I'm excited for it, so I can finally say I've played Toho. And to a lesser extent, I am curious about what they will do with the Ocarina of Time remake. Even though, from what I've seen so far, I'm not impressed by it. Not yet, at least. Who knows what they will show more later. I know the game... Oh yeah, I want to say, earlier this week I watched one very famous animated movie. What was it called again? How do I keep forgetting the names? Hang on. Blow! That's the name. Blow. I'm a special kind. I despise Ocarina of Time. And I'm so biased that I never even play it. How can you hate it? Alright. Anime called Low. No, not anime. And it's also not called Low. It's an animated movie called Below. It's basically about this cat that has to survive in a flooded world with a golden retriever and a capybara on a boat. It's a very interesting movie, especially since it doesn't have any text, nobody talks, so it's more to interpretation based on the way they interact with one another. So if you love to watch movies that don't have words, then maybe you'll enjoy Flow. Oh, I watched that Lithuanian animated movie, Methinks. I don't know, is it Lithuanian? I thought it was Swedish. Or Norwegian, or was it Danish? It's been on my to watch list since it came out in like 2024. Latvian nice movie. Oh, I didn't grasp. But it's been on my to watch list since it came out in like 2024. Oh, it's Les Trois Musketeers. The Three Musketeers. Ooh, nice. I've never seen anything about that property. Oui, baguette. No, I've never seen anything Three Musketeers related. So I don't really know what it's about except that they wield rapiers. That's the only thing I know. Was it a good movie? And more importantly, didn't you watch it in French? First one, okay, second, there's a second movie even. Okay. The first one is okay, the second one is terrible. I see. Well, of course, in French, who the heck was things dubbed? Oh man, completely fell in the lava. That's a good point. I also try to watch more self-keeping in the original language more often. Except if I'm with my friend. My friend only watches stuff in English pretty much. And well, fine, then in those cases I do watch the dubbed versions of movies. Actually, Old Spanish and Italian movies are dubbed. Most Chinese movies were also dubbed. In your language, I assume. You know what's funny about dubs? Here in the Netherlands, nothing gets dubbed. Okay, I'm third. I count that as one death. So I need to update death counter for a bit. No Italian and Spanish sounds post-production. Actually, Old Spanish and Italian movies are dubbed. Most Chinese movies were also dubbed. They added sounds after the movie's production. So the movies didn't have sound by default. Okay, that's confusing. Okay, let's see, what do I want to do? Do I want to do another race? I think I'll just ride and drive around a bit. Well, with different character. You want to hear poffertjes? You want to hear poffertjes? What? What? What does that sentence mean? What do you mean I want to eat a poffertjes? I would like to eat some. Yes, I would like to eat some. Sometimes when I go to the Albert Heijn, the cat was in front. Yes, of course, blame it on the cat. Sure, sure, your cat was in front of your screen. But if I want to eat poffertjes, yes, yes. Sometimes when I go to the grocery store, for me that's the Albert Heijn, I buy a bag of pre-made poffertjes to throw in the microwave. It's 6. Hey, already demand food. I would too. I want food some too, by the way. There's no chocolate left, so there's nothing for me to eat. But yes, here in the Netherlands you can just buy a bag of poffertjes and throw it in the microwave. Throw some butter and some powdered sugar on top, and it's just peak, man. Some peak sweet breakfast. You want to eat? No. No thanks. Oh, you may eat that. Let me know if it tastes good. But I'll stay with the poffertjes, man. Apparently we have our poffertjes called Pookies. Pookies. Let me see. Oh. Oh, that looks interesting. So it's basically some sort of cake with spread on one side. Interesting. Let's see what the Wikipedia page has to say. Okay, kue pookies. Kue pookies are simply called pookies is an Indonesian kue. What is a kue? Kue. Don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, boring never lies. I ate cat food before. Tasted bland. I've never eaten it, but thanks for letting me know that tastes bland. Just means cake. It just means cakes. Okay, or traditional snack made of wheat flour based batter and cooked in a special mold pan. It is commonly found snack in Indonesian traditional markets. The mold pan is similar to muffin tin, but has rectangular basins instead of rounded. It took form of a row of rectangular basin small tubs with a rounded half-moon bottom. This creates a half-moon or boat-shaped hotcake. It's pronounced like Spanish Q. You know what? Let me just go to Google Translate and ask how it's pronounced. And if I can find the Indonesian, where's the I?
Kui.
Kui? Is that it?
Kui.
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 Is that correct? Kui? Or you said the Spanish Q, right? Let me check Spanish then. What? Why is it becoming Kui? This is what it says. This is what the Google Translate tells me.
Kui.
Is that incorrect? Where's Spanish in the list anyway? Screw that. Ah, I found Spanish. Q.
Que. Que.
Ke. Is that better? Ke?
Que.
These should be like air from Claire's. Is it Ke?
Que.
Ke. You know what? I'm gonna update this death counter just once more. Okay, anyway, variable side. Mold pan. Cookies mold is quite similar to waffle mold. The special girl like metal mold used in making Ke. Death becomes Mario. Okay, making Ke cookies is also used in other Indonesian traditional Ke, including Ke Pangkong, also known as Bondros in West Java, and Ke Rangi, which is made with grated coconut and tapioca. Oh, it sounds really nice. Ke Ragi. No, not Ke Ragi. Ke Pangkong. What? Yep, Ke Pangkong. That sound. I want to try that one time. So, what's your favorite way to eat Ke? Kelepon, ain't it? What does Kelepon mean? So, Plankton, what is your... It's pronounced like telephone. Telephone? Like so? Or Kelepon? Telephone. Okay, I don't have any purpose to drive around. Let's see. Where do I want to drive? That's the best question here. It's pronounced like telephone. Well, if it's telephone, it's like round cake with pandan and grated coconuts. Holy shit, your BGM is Yoshi's Island. Yes, it is. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. You know what's funny? I don't even hear it. I don't hear the music at all. Because for me, the sound comes from my TV, but I have the TV set to very low, the sound. But for you, the sound comes from the recorder. And I've set the OBS game recording to very high. So I didn't even notice the music. But speaking of music, and speaking of Ke, my glass of water is empty, so I'll quickly get a refill, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, where were we? Well, playing with low to barely no sound. Even I'm a runaway to a Norwegian stream. Alright, man. If you wanna leave, that's fine. I'm just going to play a little bit more for our quit through. Okay, since Pointon isn't here anymore, I'm going to continue reading some stuff. Let's see, what do I feel like reading? I want to read about chapter Kiwi, and hang on, I got a message from someone. Okay, what do I want to read? I want to read this. I have served many customers so far, yet I still feel nervous when someone new shows up. I walk past the cabana hoping I would be able to get smooth. All I see is a man in an orange polo, going to open. On a parasol, a small child hangs, giggling as she kicks her feet in the air. Why is no one stopping her? Why is I want to get closer and peel her off, making sure she is fine and doesn't break the furniture. But the other staff members working don't seem to care. This is not my area of concern. So if it's fine with them, I guess I shouldn't interfere. As I made my way to the cafe, the smell of booze still in the air from last night. The glasses from inside the dishwasher should be clean by now, maybe still a bit warm. In front of the bar sits a woman wearing a brown sweater, top of a white shirt, completed with a green tie. Her shoes are brown penny loafers with actual coins stuffed inside. While she isn't dressed like it, I am pretty sure she works here. At least I've seen her talking with Kay and pilots before. As I stand behind the counter, setting everything up, boiling water, she keeps staring at me. Is she judging me? Is she evaluating me? Are you not going to ask me what I want? Do you always make patrons wait? I'm sorry. Of course. May I serve you? Coffee. Black will do. I know made me wait too long. Right away. As I boil the water and grind the beans, I look over my shoulder. The woman taps her fingers on the counter, rhythmic clicking. Oh. The rhythmic clicking cutting through the silence. She is currently looking at me, yet I feel like she is judging me. So, do you work here too? Small talk. I suppose that's part of your job. As for me, I don't like sharing about me, beneficial, but I reckon it may be beneficial for you to know where I stand in the ship's hierarchy. To answer your inquiry, yes, I do work here. To be precise, I work directly under the captain itself. The captain? You mean Jay? First name base with him already. Then again, knowing him, I would be more surprised if you weren't. But yes, your supervisor Violetta is already has full authority here. Oh hey, you're back. Looks at that, you sound annoyed because I was... Yes, I was annoyed, my man. I thought you went to a Norwegian streamer. I didn't expect you to return, my man. But I was reading a little paragraph. I would be more surprised if you weren't. But yes, your supervisor Violet has full authority here in this cafe. But only here, and only when neither Jay nor I are here. However, similar to how Violet keeps an eye on you, someone has to keep an eye on her. I'll let you guess who that might be. I'll give you hints. It's not Jay. But not just her, every supervisor has to be directly report to me. That is all you need to know about me. I also bet I'd rather watch a racing game than a snooker. Okay, speaking of racing, let's go back to racing. But in case you're wondering what I'm reading, let me quickly show. Yep. I'm currently writing text for my little game project. And this is what I was reading. Where was I? I think I was here somewhere. I think you were reading Kama Sutra. No, it wasn't. Okay, actually, thank you for sharing this information. You're not very good at talking, are you? Let's go with versus mode. Let's go with will be fun. Do it. Okay. Doesn't really matter where I go. I'm sorry. This is where the story ends. Unfortunately, it's kind of cuts off because I haven't finished it yet. Let me think. Do I have another? Oh, I have a funny story that has a lot of questionable stuff in it. Somewhere, if I can find it. My kids are going ballistic. I love funny stories. Okay, let me try to read it. Food is often hard to come by. I have eaten knockwashes pulled right out of the tin. The spicy ones were my favorite. But in retrospect, I was a bit stupid, since I could just use my fire powers to heat them up. Whoops. Anyway, sometimes the only thing I could find were pieces of old chocolates. The rich sweetness and little pieces of rock salt within were some of my favorites. Assuming they weren't expired. They kept running out though, so I devised the plan. But that would be the ultimate mirror to the gods. Alchemy. I took a piece of chocolate and cut it in two, making it 2 pieces of chocolate in total. And I did it again! And again! So I had all the chocolate I could possibly want. The only thing stopping me was the lack of purity. Every bar I had was not pure enough. 75%, 50%, 90%. It was not enough. I need to make the ultimate bar of chocolates. So I did the unthinkable. I melted 2 bars of 50% into the bar of 100%. It was magnificent, gorgeous, legally delicious. No god could stop me, not Zeus, not Hades. But I wasn't done. I need to see. I need to know. So I combined the 50% with a 75% to create the unthinkable. 125%. The darkness I saw. The utmost purity. It was. For the first time I understood why the gods limited us with a finite world. Because the darkness I felt, the darkness I tasted made me realize 75% with hazelnut tastes better. I'm calling Van Houten. This is one of my favorite stories I've written. It starts off with we're talking about knockwurstjes and not heating it up, where they write knockwurstjes and eating them cold and then going on at the rate of chocolate purities. Such perfection, such elegance. That is knockwurstjes. It's Dutch sausages, canned sausages. Think of hot dogs but smaller. They're just very small sausages that come in cans usually. And they are usually served on a bread with some ketchup or mayo. And they are basically the ultimate Dutch what's it called, snack food. I like to buy them because, especially the spicy ones, I like the spicy ones. You throw it just in some water to heat them up, or throw it in the pan to heat them up, and that's it. And you got some nice little sausages to eat. Worst in the word knockwurstjes. Worst means sausage. You know what I'm thinking? I think you're an imposter because you don't put a poll in YouTube comment. Maybe I am. You know, fair enough. Let me put a poll in the YouTube comments. There you go, you got a poll. That's somewhat related. But yeah, you're correct. I haven't been doing a lot of polls lately. And that's mainly because I sometimes cannot think of anything. I choose Van Houten. Sorry, that's not an option. Okay, do you want then quickly grab a second story to read? Which one will be fun? Okay, maybe this one. As a creature of the night, my palate is much more sophisticated than most of the commoners. However, I'm still very much a sweet tooth. I shall, I shall not say no to a homemade creme brulee. You shall know they are of exquisite quality when you can see black specks strewn throughout the custard. Nevertheless, it is not my favorite dessert. Totally. I've lost this round. Nevertheless, it is not my favorite dessert. That title has to go to San Guinaccio Dolce. A sweet dark chocolate cream, combined with the one ingredient that, quite honestly, should be used in any dessert. Blood. Traditionally the blood from a pig. However, I have my sources for that I truly desire. I need to update my death counter. Moment, I'ma feed my cats. Alright. Know what I'm thinking? I think... Yeah, let's see. Next race. Can give you some fun, mildly educational stuff. As a man of the waters, I always appreciate some good seafood. I always like some good fish dishes. I once went to a stall and got a herring that got cut off and got it with diced onions. I had to eat it by holding it still and holding the fish above my head. As I lowered it in my mouth, wide open, the oily fish and onions was surprisingly good combo. Oh, I'm losing it. The oily fish and onions was a surprising good combo. But it was still filled with little pieces of fish bones. A bit annoying to pluck pieces of bones off your tongue the whole time. Something else I sometimes enjoy is some calamari rings. But not with common types of squids. No! The best is orthocone rings. Every bite you can taste a couple centuries of culinary perfection. With a little bit of lime juice. Given how much I love seafood, naturally, my favorite dish is a plate of spaghetti carbonara. Okay, I totally screwed up the race so far, but can I make a comeback? I'm lucky maybe. Okay, fair play, that's terrible. Basically so hard to read and play the game at the same time, man. Okay, let's see your story. Would I like to read next? Oh, I think I know which I want to read, if I can find it. Okay, not the one I want to read, but what, dude? That's a tough question. As a man of the seven seas, my heart lies primarily in the marine animals. I especially have a soft spot for squids. Sailors keep warning me about dragons terrorizing the open waters. But to be honest, the big fin squid scares me more. They have like super long tentacles, man. With like 90-degree angles to them. Poseidon really said that day, let's make a horror creature and put it in the depths of hell. Well, not literally hell, but they pretty much touch it. The vampire squids on the other hand are adorable and terrifying at the same time. Coming straight from hell, they're the only sea creature that I have nightmares about. And I don't even mind, because have you seen them? They're so cute. I want one as a pet. But my absolute favorite has to be the Orphicone. Those monsters hang around in the seas, floating through their giant cone-shaped shells. Some mermaids use their shells as small homes. They're more closely related to nautili than squids though. But tentacles are tentacles, all the same to me. I hope to get my hands on one of them for myself someday. Okay, it's 2 o'clock. I think after this race I will head out to say want to do some stretching. Not stretching, just lying around and do absolutely nothing. But before that I want to read at least one more story. Check. That's not inquiry. Well, if I had to choose, I would choose the various avian dinosaurs from the order Apterychiformes, family Apterychidae, and genus Apteryx. They aren't particularly big birds, very small given they are part of the ratites. However, interestingly, they are somewhat closely related to the elephant bird and moas. What makes me especially impressed by them is that they live on an island filled with elves, dwarves, trolls, wizards, and even dragons. It's the least safe place to be. The air over there is so chaotic with dragons and wyverns. Planes gave up on going there. Everyone goes by joint eagles to get anywhere. Despite all that, and despite the fact they cannot fly, they found their own place in the hierarchy. Reported? For what? What? And how could I be intrigued by them? I feel like we have a lot of in common somehow. Also, I need to increase my counter. Oh, the counter makes no sense. But what do you mean reported? Were you reported? Should I go to sleep? Yes. Good night, Porrington. But first you need to feed your cats. Only after you feed your cat may you go to sleep. Oh wait, you already did. So you can go to sleep. I did feed the cats, then you may go to sleep. Go on, Porrington. Let your dreams. Now they are quite quiet and nice. Noise. I will also quit the stream soon anyway, so there's not much to watch. I want to have a nightmare. Okay, you want to have a nightmare. Let me find you something super terrifying. Hmm. I can find it. Here, there you go. This right here is a big fin squid. It is a real squid that lives in the dark, deep in the far deep the ocean. Hang on. Need to make it as dark as possible so you can see it. It lives in the far deep ocean, just being all scary. Oh, you think that's not scary enough? That ain't scary. Okay. Then I'll give you the vampire squid instead. I'd be more scared with Pandil. Yeah, Gear House. Okay, okay. Let me check that out. That's a very tiny fish, man. Let me see. Known to be common names: toothpick fish or vampire fish. It's a species of parasitic freshwater catfish in the family parasite fish. Okay, okay. If you thought that wasn't scary enough, that means I have to use my other tool. Hang on. I can Whoa. You didn't read that enough. Condelia series is known to attach itself to human. Ow. That's gross, man. Okay, I think I have found some truly horrifying stuff right here. But for that, do you feel scared yet? It stares into your soul. It knows everything about you. It has seen you. It watches you every single day. It knows when you go to sleep, when you wake up. It knows what you desire, what you want, what you hate. It knows your name. It knows your address. It knows your friends, your family, everything. It knows everything about you. Do you feel scared yet? Dude, this outside of my room. Okay, okay. And now he's and he's scared to go outside. Well, either way, I think I'll end the stream over here. So, thanks for watching, and remember, go to bed. Bye.